Yo, what's going on, everybody in paintball world? This is Cesar Pizzo at Lone Wolf Paintball, and today we are talking about the CZR Plus.
Because we're the best source to help you with all of your maintenance needs.
Yes, sir, especially CZR, Dye CZR Pluses. So, real quick tutorial on the bolt system. Bolt system comes out, you can use your thumbs. If it ever has a problem to where it's too tight for you the first time, you get yourself a quarter Allen and just stick it right back there. Just pop it, break it loose. After that, you can use just hand tighten it. You don't need to go crazy and using the Allen wrench all the time. So if it disassembles and it unscrews on you, that's fine. Just pull it out and it comes out like that. So basically, we've got the back cap, air chamber connects to the front can. Then you have your front can and your bolt. So you got the front can and then you have your bolt system. So important O-rings to lubricate at all times. You have the two rear on the bolt, which is on the actual end of the spool here. These two O-rings here, if it's leaking out of the back of the cap, these are the ones I recommend taking a look at.
Those are the culprits.
Yeah, usually these two here.
Because they're dynamic. They're always moving.
They're the ones that are moving all the time. Anytime you want to take them off with a dental pick, just pull them off. Real simple. Like this. Clean them off. Again, I say this over and over. Anytime you lubricate an O-ring, always get inside the O-ring groove. You take a little bit of, on an actual brush, or if you want to put it on your fingers, and just get inside the O-ring groove itself. Me personally, I love using the Ultra Soak Performance Lube. Performance of the guns are going to increase, more efficient, a little bit more smoother. I mean, everybody gives you grease, but you can purchase a high performance lubricant for all the markers.
I did have somebody ask me, why can't you just lubricate the top and then try and roll the O-ring?
Which way are you rolling it?
Exactly. That's what I said. I said, you won't know it's actually underneath the O-ring unless you go under the O-ring.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you're just taking the O-ring off, and then you just go ahead and apply the, and then,
Yeah.
and that's it. This way you know it's underneath the O-ring. And a lot of times what it does is when that O-ring does move, it helps it push up and around the O-ring, so you're going to get more lubricant. Because you don't have to apply a lot of it on, you just want to make sure that you do have the O-ring well lubricated. So, and that's basically it. You want to do that on both ends of those. Then you've got the actual bolt O-ring, which is right here. Same thing. Then you've got the front bumper, rear bumper. So that's, you want to keep these lubricated. And then inside the actual air chamber, there's another dynamic O-ring in here that seals this part right here. So you want to make sure that this lubricated really well for sealing here. That is the one main O-ring for that part of the shaft right in there.
Just lubricate all the O-rings.
All the time.
All of them. Keep them lubed.
On a CZR, lubrication-wise, maybe every 10, 15,000 rounds. It doesn't need a lot of maintenance. Also, you have the front can O-ring right here, inside here. Same thing. Maintenance-wise, just pull it out with your dental pick. Boom, comes out.
Easy peasy.
So, same thing, a little bit of lubricant, get inside the actual O-ring groove. If you have a problem getting in it, then you could just go ahead and wipe it all the way around like that, and it pushes it inside the O-ring groove. Can you see what I'm doing, Fitz?
Yeah.
So basically what you're doing is you're pressing inside the O-ring groove, and then you can go ahead and push it around.
So it's like you're painting fluffy little clouds.
Correct.
Or pretty little trees.
And then if you want to put your O-ring in, I like to pinch it on the back end, allows it to curl up a little bit, and then you can insert it into the O-ring groove, and then go ahead and push the rest of it in, and it goes inside the actual O-ring groove.
Pops in super. I just watched it just pop in like it was nothing.
Yeah, it goes nice and easy. So, and then when you want to put your bolt in, go ahead and lightly grease the inside of the can, and allows it to actually, when you put your bolt in, boom.
Wow.
Just like that.
Wow.
Then you can take your front bolt O-ring, put that on,
Oh, yeah, grease that. Why not?
You know what I mean? And go ahead and put the bolt O-ring back on. So, and make sure when you have this back air chamber extension off, the O-ring side goes to the bolt side. A lot of times people will put it in this way. It will not seal your gun up. These threads are the same on both sides. Remember, the O-ring side goes to the bolt side.
That's a good tip.
All right?
Yeah.
Then you can screw that together and just check it. Nice and smooth. Go ahead and put your cap back on. Apply just a tad bit on the insides, in the middle. Assemble your back cap to the air chamber and just hand tighten it like that. So basically, this is the whole assembly that goes into the gun.
Perfect.
All right.
I do have one more thing that I see all the time at the field, and it's about the reg and people burying that screw.
Yes. So
because they're like, they go the wrong way, and they just destroy something in there. Can you tell them?
So what you want to do is you want to be careful with this actual set screw. That's your velocity adjuster. By screwing it all the way in, you're burying it into the piston, and you're ruining the diaphragm, which is the reg seat on the inside of the regulator, and you're going to get a fluctuation in velocity. You're going to get, it's just going to be all over the place. And a lot of times to disassemble the regulator, you literally have to disassemble this whole thing from here down.
Right.
So there's a C-clip on the bottom of this, so you can't take that screw out. So you're never going to be able to get that screw out to get to the regulator unless you take that C-clip out. If anybody wants to see the maintenance video on how to disassemble the regulator, let us know in the comments below. And maybe one day we'll disassemble the whole front rag up and rebuild it and show you how to put it back together. But basically, that's
don't bury that screw.
No, don't bury it.
Don't bury that screw.
So again, when you put this back in, if you want to apply a little bit of O-ring lubricant on the stagnant O-rings, just apply it over the top.
Yeah, I always do. People say you don't need to. I always do it.
No, yeah, you want to because you don't want to just force anything in. And then just hand tighten this back in, and you should be all set on that portion. And then also, too, never, ever shoot these markers without the barrel on it because the eye pipe inside, you will shoot it out.
You will shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, you shoot the eye pipe out.
Eye pipe out, yeah.
So basically what will happen is you'll end up shooting the eye pipe out.
And then your day is over, because if that's gone or cracked or broken,
you're double feeding. You're not going to be able to play paintball that day. So, and also too, it's always nice to have a backup one of these in your parts kit, in your gear bag, whatever. If you get yourself a CZR, I highly recommend just get a backup eye pipe. So this way, you have it with you at all times. I mean, you're not going to be dumb. You're not going to shoot it out. Just be careful that you don't dry fire your gun without the barrel on it. And if you're going to, just take the eye pipe out.
Yeah, just take it out.
It's fine. You can dry fire the gun without the eye pipe in it.
Yeah. So,
but again,
other than that,
I mean, it's real simple maintenance on the CZR Plus.
On a great shooting marker.
Yep.
Great place to get it would be where?
That's lonewolfpaintball.com.